Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel. This is a sacred space where we come together to explore life, love, spirituality, and of course, the magic of the law of attraction. Here, we share wisdom, stories, and energy that inspire growth, healing, and alignment with your highest self. I truly felt divinely guided to create this reading tonight. As I tuned in, I sensed that I'm tapping deeply into the energy of someone out there. Perhaps even you. The message that kept coming through so strongly from your guides is this: you've broken your own heart time and time again, pouring yourself into someone else in the hope of healing them, fixing them, or somehow mending or improving the connection between you. There's such a powerful energy here of selflessness, of giving so much of your own light and love over an extended period, possibly months or even years, in an effort to help, to heal, to hold space for someone else. And yet, in doing so, it feels as though you've been left feeling drained or heartbroken yourself. The person whose energy I'm picking up on feels like someone you've had a significant and long-standing connection with, someone whose presence has been interwoven with your life for quite some time. With all of that being said, please remember that I channel many different people, energies, and connections through these readings. Only take the messages that resonate with your own heart and intuition. And if you'd like to make it easier for me to tune into your specific energy, both in this reading and in future ones, don't forget to like this video and make sure you're subscribed. Doing so not only supports the channel, but it actually helps me align more closely with your energy and deliver clearer, more personal messages for you moving forward. So, with the woman holding a coin card showing up in the upright position, this very often speaks to a karmic feminine energy or situation coming into play. For the person I'm connecting with here, I feel that for many of you, you will resonate more with the divine feminine energy, while the person you found yourself pouring so much into was operating more within the masculine energy. Now, I haven't yet fully channeled whether this dynamic is tied to a soulmate, a twin flame, or perhaps even a karmic connection. At the end of the day, only you truly know what this soul bond represents for you personally, because each connection is unique and carries its own lessons. But what I am feeling strongly is that for someone listening, there is a masculine energy here who either chose a karmic feminine over the divine feminine, or who made the divine feminine feel as though she wasn't truly valued or chosen in the way she deeply deserved. I'm seeing this masculine being very closed off, emotionally, especially with the sacral chakra card. Coming up in the reverse position, it's like there was a block to intimacy, a resistance to fully opening up emotionally. And I can see the divine feminine on the other side, trying again and again to reach through those walls, pouring love, energy, and patience into this connection. Yet the masculine remained shut down. For some of you, I'm hearing that his attention was very strongly pulled toward work, studies, or the physical aspects of life, as highlighted by the root chakra in the upright position. Almost like he was grounding himself in material pursuits, while leaving the emotional side of the connection unattended. This created a sense of emotional abandonment for the divine feminine, who longed for deeper intimacy, but was left standing on the outside of those closed doors. Yet what's powerful here is that we also have the garden and the gate upright, alongside the magician and the mirror upright. And this is significant, because while the exact nature of your soul connection can only be defined by you, the magician and the mirror does often point to a twin flame bond, especially when there is a recalibration or rebalancing happening between two souls. It suggests that even through the pain, through the lessons, and through the feelings of abandonment, there is an alchemy at work. Something being shifted and brought back into balance within yourself, and potentially within this connection as well. So, looking between these two cards, what I'm seeing is the energy of a divine feminine who has really been impacted by this situation. For many of you, there's a deep sense of emotional abandonment here, or the painful feeling that this masculine may have even been prioritizing or choosing a karmic feminine energy over you. Now, for some, that karmic feminine doesn't have to mean a romantic partner. It could have been a feminine friend, a family member, or even a strong mother figure in this masculine's life who created interference and tension within this soul connection. Of course, only you will know how this resonates in your specific situation. But the main energy I'm picking up on is this masculine going into a kind of emotional shutdown, closing himself off, while you, Divine Feminine, have been guided to pull back your energy, protect your heart space, and redirect your focus inward. The Door to Personal Healing and Happiness card coming out in the upright position shows me that this pulling back isn't just a reaction. It's actually a powerful choice. By shifting your attention back onto yourself, your happiness, your inner healing, you're creating a massive rebalancing in your energy field. Now, as I was shuffling, a few cards actually fell out, so I felt guided to pause, pick those up, and then reshuffle to pull a few more traditional tarot cards. Spirit is nudging me here to go deeper, because I keep hearing the phrase push to the brink. There's this energy of someone being stretched to their limit, tested over and over until they could no longer carry it. I'm hearing very clearly the straw that broke the camel's back. What this tells me is that whatever led you, Divine Feminine, to withdraw your energy or become more guarded with this masculine might not look like the biggest or most dramatic event on the surface. In fact, it may have been something seemingly small, even insignificant in the moment. But your higher self is showing me that this moment wasn't about that one thing. It was the culmination of many moments, many disappointments, many times you extended patience, understanding, and love until finally, you reached a breaking point. This final trigger was really the universe nudging you, almost forcing you to stop pouring into someone else to the point of depletion and to instead turn all that love, all that nurturing back onto yourself. And even though it feels painful, this is actually a sacred turning point for you, a redirection into your own personal healing, your joy, and your wholeness outside of this connection. The reason I felt so guided to do this reading, Divine Feminine, is because I can sense the depth of the pain you've carried through this experience. I feel as though this journey truly hasn't been easy for you. It's been layered, heavy, and deeply emotional. And that is exactly why I want to offer you any reassurance, clarity, guidance, or confirmation that I can bring through today. As I was channeling your energy, the Four of Wands reversed came out. This is significant. Upright, this card is often about harmony, celebrations, commitments, engagements, or building something stable with someone. But reversed, its message shifts. It speaks to a breakdown in communication, disharmony, an unhappy home life, and feelings of disappointment, or even failure. For some, this may directly symbolize broken vows or broken commitments. This could very well connect to someone who has gone through a separation, divorce, broken engagement, or betrayal within a significant partnership. I'm also drawn to the number 4 itself here. For someone, this may literally be a meaningful date, month, or anniversary. For others, it may symbolize the presence of 4 energies influencing the situation. You, your person, and perhaps 2 additional energies who were either actively involved or indirectly created interference within your connection. As always, take this message as it personally resonates with you. What's interesting is the emotional story behind this card. The phrase I keep hearing is, "You betrayed me first, and then I broke my commitments to you later on." This feels like a shared wound between you and your masculine, both souls feeling hurt, both feeling as though their trust was somehow broken. But what your higher self seems to want to express is that for you, Divine Feminine, your withdrawal, your decision to pull back your energy wasn't born from malice or a desire to hurt. It was a protective act, a reclaiming of yourself after feeling deeply betrayed. It's as though the Divine Feminine here is saying, I chose to step back, to focus on myself, because you broke the soul bond first. You broke the soul commitments to me, which left me with no choice but to retreat. Yet, from the masculine perspective, your withdrawal may have been perceived as a betrayal or a broken promise, even though at its core, it was about self-preservation and self-respect. This reversal of the Four of Wands feels like both a mirror and a crossroads, a reflection of the mutual pain and misunderstandings within this connection, and an opening for clarity, healing, and ultimately, truth. And with the Page of Cups appearing in the reverse position, I feel guided to channel into this energy more deeply. What I'm seeing here is someone who is very emotionally stunted, deeply insecure, and prone to ghosting the moment a relationship becomes too intense or begins to demand true vulnerability. This is the energy of a person who, instead of leaning into intimacy, withdraws and hides. I sense that this is how the divine feminine has often perceived the masculine in this situation, almost as though she is left wondering, why do you run away the second things get real? Why do you vanish when you begin to feel close, when you begin to feel safe enough to open your heart? It's as though every time he edges toward vulnerability, he panics. This card feels very connected to the sacral chakra, highlighting wounds around intimacy, emotional openness, and the ability to sustain closeness. What I'm picking up is that whenever this masculine feels his pride is even slightly injured, even if it's just a perceived slight that bruises his ego, or when he senses himself becoming too vulnerable too quickly, his instinct is to sabotage. Sometimes he will stir up conflict to push the feminine away. Other times he simply goes cold and withdraws emotionally. But here is the paradox. And what has likely been so painful and frustrating for the divine feminine, while he would emotionally disconnect, he would never fully pull the plug. He would refuse to let go entirely. It's this 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of energy. He couldn't bring himself to give his whole heart, yet he also couldn't bring himself to walk away for good. The message I keep hearing is that deep down, he does still love the divine feminine very much. That love is real, and it's the very thing that keeps him tied to her, even through cycles of disconnection and return. And yet the triggers are so strong, his fear of vulnerability, his ego wounds, that he keeps falling back into this pattern of self-sabotage and withdrawal. What's especially haunting about this connection is that even if years passed in silence, this masculine would circle back. He would reappear, often unexpectedly, like a ghost resurfacing. He could never completely vanish from her world, because some part of him always needed to keep that tether, that presence in her life, even if it was faint, even if it was inconsistent. So let's tune into this masculine and ask, how would he describe what he's feeling toward the divine feminine right now? The Chariot has appeared here in the upright position, and when I channel from this card, I feel an almost undeniable urge within him to move forward, to take action. But at the same time, there's this recognition that before he can truly step toward you in a lasting way, he must gain mastery over his own emotions. The Chariot is about willpower, self-discipline, and determination. It's about pushing through inner conflict to reach success. Interestingly, this card also connects with the sign of Cancer, which feels synchronistic because Cancer season is not far off. For some of you, this may be a timing message, a signal that as we approach or move into that season, this masculine energy could begin making visible moves towards you. It's almost as though the emotional tides are rising, pushing him to no longer remain stagnant. Now, for those of you who have not been hearing from your masculine in the physical, you may have still been feeling his presence energetically. In fact, I'm being shown this very clearly. What I hear is soul sickness. If you, divine feminine, have found yourself experiencing moments of deep, almost unexplainable grief, sudden waves of sadness, or even physical exhaustion that feels like it comes out of nowhere, like being in the middle of the day and just needing to lie down or crawl back into bed, that energy may not entirely be yours. Much of it could be what you are picking up from him, because he is sitting in such heavy grief and loss when it comes to you. Despite the grief, there's also this undercurrent of urgency rising within him. I keep hearing the words, I have to get her back. I have to do something. This isn't just a passive longing, it feels more like a fire that is building in his chest, urging him to take action before it's too late. And with that Cancerian energy influencing this card, I see him being stirred deeply on an emotional level, perhaps in ways he's never quite allowed himself to feel before. Cancer season, with its strong connection to intuition and the heart space, may truly be a turning point. This could be the window of time when you begin to see forward movement, effort, and action from this masculine, because he is realizing that his feelings for you are too strong, too consuming to continue burying any longer. Now, of course, on your part, divine feminine, the question still lingers quietly but powerfully in the air. How will you respond when he comes back again with a new offer, or when he re-enters your life after this period of disconnect or separation? I feel there's a feminine energy here who is deeply reflecting, almost questioning within herself. Has this masculine truly done the work? Has he really transformed enough to back up his words and promises with genuine, consistent action? That's the feeling I keep receiving so strongly. It's like this masculine is sitting in a space of urgency, almost restless, feeling called to take bold action, to say or do something radical to bridge this gap. Yet within the heart of the feminine, the question remains, yes, I love seeing you step forward. It makes my heart lift. It reminds me that you do care, that you do love me. But at the same time, it's layered with a deep ache because in the past, these gestures, as grand and heartfelt as they seemed, were not always supported by follow-through. So what I'm sensing is a divine feminine energy who has grown wiser, stronger, and more self-protective. She is no longer content with promises alone. She is standing in her power, demanding evidence, demanding proof, wanting to feel and see that this masculine has done his inner healing work. She is holding out, waiting for authenticity, for consistency, for the reassurance that this time the changes are real, that he has truly shifted, truly grown, and truly changed. Now the Seven of Swords has appeared here in the upright position, and for you, Divine Feminine, this card carries a very clear message of caution. It often speaks of deception, hidden truths, or betrayal, whether from others or even from patterns in your own past. For some of you, this may connect to an actual experience of betrayal you've endured, something that left a deep imprint on your heart. This card is also linked to the air signs, so there may be an Aquarius involved here. Or perhaps something pivotal happened during Aquarius season that created a significant rift or period of pain and disconnect within this connection. Regardless of the details, the energy here feels like a gentle but firm word of caution for you, Divine Feminine. As I'm tuning into this message, I'm also seeing the number 1616, and your guides are nudging me to channel some messages from that frequency as well. This number carries a reminder to focus on the blessings and the wonderful things already present in your life. You are surrounded by people who care deeply for you, and you are capable of overcoming every challenge by believing in yourself. New love, new opportunities, and even deeper soul connections may be preparing to enter your life. Stay receptive, but stay discerning. Discernment is the key word your guides keep impressing upon me. This is especially important when or if this masculine energy re-enters your life. You are worthy of a healed, awakened, and balanced masculine, someone who can truly meet you at your level, match your vibration, and support your growth rather than drain it. Your guides are also encouraging you to use this time to consciously shift your focus inward. Because I feel there has been a lot of energetic transference between you and this masculine, emotions, thoughts, even dreams, and while that bond is powerful, it can also be overwhelming. Now is the moment to redirect that immense energy and love you have been pouring outward into him or into others back into yourself. Refill your own cup, nourish your own spirit. By turning that flow inward, you're not only healing, but also magnetizing the right experiences and people toward you. This is your moment to step fully into your own power and alignment, and your guides want you to know that you are so deeply supported in doing so. Now, Divine Feminines, before we close out this reading, I feel guided to bring through a few final messages from your spirit guides. But first, because there is so much energetic intensity surrounding this connection, it feels absolutely essential that you begin to cultivate a daily practice of energetic hygiene, a ritual, however simple or elaborate, that allows you to clear, ground, and protect your own field. This is about safeguarding your energy, maintaining your standards and your boundaries in love, and ensuring that you remain rooted in your own power no matter what is happening externally. This could look different for everyone. Perhaps breathwork, prayer, meditation, journaling, cleansing baths, or time in nature. Whatever resonates most deeply with you. The important thing is consistency, because this will help you stay receptive, balanced, and open-hearted without sacrificing your own well-being. In doing so, you naturally align yourself with your higher self and step into that flow state where your desires and manifestations begin to unfold effortlessly, regardless of the current circumstances of this situation. This process will also assist you in reconnecting with your own inner light and intuition as you navigate the path ahead. But before we close out this reading, I'm feeling very guided to pull just a few more messages from the Starseed Oracle deck. These will be direct messages from your higher self, your spirit guides, or whichever divine forces you personally feel most connected to. The first message that comes forward is stand in your power, beautifully mirrored by the Angel of Strength in the upright position. This is such a powerful sign of inner courage and resilience. For some of you, there may also be a fire sign connection here, particularly Leo energy. This could point not only to someone's chart placement, but also to the upcoming Leo season being a significant time for you, a time of real self-empowerment, where your confidence expands and where you begin to see tangible results from all of those seeds of manifestation you've been planting over the past months. Next, the cards bring forward Empathic Starseed, a reminder of your energetic sovereignty. This is about being deeply empathic, yet learning to discern and release what isn't yours. Wow, what a synchronistic message. I feel this connects so strongly with the heavy, intense energy some of you have been sensing from this masculine or from the collective energies around you. Your guides want you to remember, if you're going about your day and suddenly find yourself overwhelmed by a surge of emotion or a wave of energy that feels as though it came out of nowhere, it may not be yours at all. This is one of the gifts and challenges of being a powerful, empathic being. You are incredibly open to the subtle vibrations around you. Because of this, your guides are gently encouraging you to stay mindful, to establish and maintain those daily energy clearing rituals and protective practices that help you stay grounded in your own light. This will allow you to hold your space, stay aligned with your highest path, and keep your energy clear as you continue to manifest the life you desire. I'm sending you so much love and light. I hope you have a truly beautiful start to your day, and I look forward to connecting with you again in the next reading.